Coming to you live from New York City, it's Jim Caruso's Pajama Cast Party. And now, here's your host, Jim Caruso.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. It's me, Jim Caruso, your host for the evening here at Pajama Cast Party. I'm so glad you're here. These are so fun. I think this is our 33rd one in a row, maybe 34, I forget. So delighted that you're here. We have such a good show for you tonight. We have Alysha Umphress. We have Mateo Mancuso. We have Todd Buonopane. We have Libby Whittemore. And we have Chaz Langley. If that's not a fantastic show, I don't know what to tell you. You'd just be wrong if you think that's not a fantastic show. Anyway, I'm really happy that you're here. I'm really happy that I'm here. Much to discuss. First of all, we were delighted. Every year, BroadwayWorld.com does a big cabaret award escapade. And this year, we were nominated. This show is nominated. A whole bunch of the shows that we're involved in, me and my friends, were nominated. Me, Billy Stritch, Virtual Halston, Pajama Cast Party, Broadway at Birdland, lots of Birdland concerts, a swinging Birdland Christmas at Birdland, and our very own producer, Ruby Lochner. So we're delighted. If you feel like it, vote. Get on there and vote. It's BroadwayWorld.com. And you vote for your faves. Even if it's not us, I understand. But Victoria Shaw, hello, party people. Or should I say pajama? What? Victoria Shaw, how are you? What do we have to talk about? Have a big Christmas show coming up. Every year, this will be our 11th year. Billy Stritch, Clea Blackhurst, and I do a swinging Birdland Christmas with Daniel Glass on drums and Steve Doyle on bass. This year, we're not open for the moment, so we recorded it, we videoed it. We have a beautiful concert coming up at events.broadwayworld.com. It's going to be so fun with our special guest stars, Luke Hawkins, tap dancing his feet off, Dave Koz on sax, having a little chat with him, and marvelous Marilyn May. It's going to be so much fun. And we'll be celebrating this CD. Ruby, Ruby, calling Ruby Lochner.
Jim, hello, Jim.
How are you? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm good. Sorry?
2 Broadway World Award nominations.
Yes, it's very exciting, and it's a wonderful holiday week. I am in Nashville for Thanksgiving. My mother has decked out the house in full Hanukkah mode, so I'm feeling very festive behind me and very celebratory.
Yay! I feel very although I usually feel festive on Mondays. What do you have, like a routine when you have a show that you like certain things a certain way, or because I do? God knows I do.
Yeah, and it's been totally different for these virtual shows versus, an actual show. I think the biggest thing that I do and it's gonna sound really funny, but the biggest thing I do for any of these virtual events, even if I'm not on camera, because Cast Party is one of the only ones that I'm really on camera, I make sure to put on real clothes, because I think we've all gotten so used to the loungewear. And here's the thing. I think even loungewear can be, really cute and make you feel productive. But I make sure that I'm wearing something that resembles real clothes.
Right. Like I am wearing high heels right now.
Yeah,
is that weird?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm with you in that from the waist up, I am totally dressed. From the waist down, there's a sweatpant. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm definitely wearing leggings. But I mean, from up top, I at least, I put on a little makeup. I put on a little perfume, even though nobody's smelling me except for myself. But I feel ready. Yeah.
Well, we want to be the kind of people that look like they smell good.
You know what? That is the only goal. Honestly,
that's my goal in life.
Yeah.
Really in life.
Absolutely.
Breath mint, Now, last week was interesting. We did Pajama Cast Party, as always, on Monday. And we had a moment that I think some people were actually nervous about.
Well, okay. Oh, my mother's coming over. Oh my goodness. Speaking of loungewear, hang on. Can I bring you on? My mother, Victoria Shaw, is here.
I wasn't planning on being.
I'm so sorry.
Grammy-winning, million-selling songwriter Victoria Shaw.
So, okay, this actually happened 2 weeks ago. Can you believe how fast the time is flying? I have never broken down so much as I did 2 weeks ago. And people were even commenting like, producer down, Ruby's down for the count. So I'll quickly explain what I saw on my end, because it tickled me so, and it also tickled my mother to the point that we have rewatched this clip. We have rewatched this clip maybe 20 times. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. So I'm sitting at my computer doing my producer thing. And I know usually when Jim is giving his open, I don't have any cue. So I'm sitting back, I'm watching, I'm reading the comments. And I hear Jim start to talk about Kate Thompson. And all of a sudden, I hear him stop mid-sentence and just start dancing in silence. Now, I really thought, Jim, I thought you had short-circuited. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe...
I mean, that will happen.
I thought maybe...
It didn't happen then.
And to be fair, we had been doing this for, 30 weeks already? It's okay. But I was trying to figure out what was going on, if I was missing a cue, and you were so joyous, but I couldn't figure out what was going on. Everybody else in the comments was so confused. And so
should we explain what happened first or show the clip first?
I think we should show the clip.
Okay, just show the clip.
Okay, here we go.
She was extraordinary. She wrote, what's happening?
Jim, what is going on?
What's happening?
You tell me. I don't hear anything other than you dancing in silence.
Did you not play that?
No. Jim.
It came. Okay, that was weird.
Jim.
That was very weird. I was watching that clip on YouTube, and somehow it snapped back on. So here's what happened.
Come to see this, I'm leaving. My favorite part, Jim, is when you go like this. You go.
Oh, I was so happy. So I had been watching video clips of Kate Thompson and the Williams brothers earlier that day. So that's over. So now I'm talking about Kate Thompson and the fact that it was her 111th birthday or something. And I did this by mistake, and I tapped these stupid ass ear buds, and all of a sudden that started to play again. I thought Ruby had played it, which she's never done, just randomly. But I thought, oh, she's playing Kate Thompson. That's cool. So I'm dancing and having a great time thinking, what a great celebration of Kate Thompson, not knowing that nobody else can hear it but me.
Jim, and on the other hand, I could tell you thought I was doing it, and I turned to my boyfriend and I said, my hands are off the keys. I don't know what's happening. I think, Jim, we won't play the whole clip again. I think we just need to play the beginning half.
I like there's choreography involved. That's really sad.
I think people are saying to play it again, so I think.
Oh, really? Okay, just a little bit of it. Yeah. She was extraordinary. She wrote, what's happening?
Jim.
Wow. That is so terrifying. That is what I'll look like.
Oh my God.
Is if Julie Halston is out there, darling, that's what I'll look like at some point when it's all over. That's when you can call the people from the state hospital.
Oh, well, truly, that is probably my favorite moment that has happened on this show so far. And I really, I was trying to prepare myself for today. I watched it another 10 times to make sure I wouldn't break as much as I did 2 weeks ago.
It's the trucking that's really pathetic. Okay. Thank you and good night to that.
Good night.
You know what we're doing this week, and as we've done many, many times, is our brilliant friend, darling, I loved it. Our brilliant friend, Squigs, Justin Squigs Robertson, a genius caricature artist, is doing quick sketches of us and the show tonight. And I have a feeling, Squigs, are you in there?
Should we check?
Squigs. Let's see. Can we look over Squigs' shoulder and see what he's doing?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Well,
Those are my eyebrows. Yeah, that's it.
and those are my large lenses.
That's cute. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, great.
So he's going to sketch everybody involved in the show tonight. And at the very end, we'll show you the finished product. He's fantastic. And the good news is he's singing for us next week. That's what he really does. He's a incredible musical theater performer. But over the past few years, he's become extremely well known as Squigs, the caricature guy. So we're thrilled that he's here tonight, and I can't wait to hear him next week.
Jim, I'm wondering if maybe we should have all of our performers simply give us a really,
Oh, that'd be nice. Everybody do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks very pleasant.
Great.
Why do we do this? Because we have nothing else to do. We do this to entertain the hell out of you and to keep ourselves occupado. And the best part of the whole thing is, we get to make a contribution every week thanks to your donations and your tips and your generosity to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, a brilliant organization that takes care of folks on the showbiz scene all over this country. It's not just a Broadway thing. If you're involved in the theater, if you're involved in showbiz at all, if you're pulling the curtain, if you're doing the lights, if you are starring in the show, if you are a dancer, if you're a choreographer, you get the idea. If you're in trouble in any way, physically, medically, financially, they come to the rescue. They have helped so many people that I know. And they're just, I say it every week, but they're angels. So we love making a contribution. And of course, this platform that we're on costs something. So we'd love to be able to pay for that. And Ruby, have I forgotten anything?
If you haven't already, please take 5 seconds of your time to subscribe to the Cast Party Network YouTube channel. It's right down there, as Jim likes to do. Yes, please subscribe. If you have subscribed already and you're wondering, how can I support more? I've subscribed. I tip every single week. Share the link to this week's episode on your social media platforms. Word of mouth is truly how we have been able to scale this thing to the point that it is today.
That's true.
We get thousands and thousands and thousands of views every single week. And it is truly because of your support and sharing what you watch every single Monday.
I like when you say share. I do want to show a picture of our wonderful friend, Lisa Lambert, who is, speaking of sharing, she has purchased all of the swag at some point. Show that picture, Ruby. This is, it's just the best. Lisa having her hair colored, wearing the t-shirt, the mask. Bless you, Lisa. Lisa wrote a show I like to call Drowsy Chaperone with her brilliant partners. Thank you, Lisa, for your constant support. I think we should get going. We're 14 minutes in. Let's do this. Are you ready, Ruby?
Yes, just remember you can buy any and all merch at pajamacastparty.com.
That's right.
Now I'm ready.
Now I'm ready. Oh, look at this cute mug. Look, we got the swag, people. There's everything. There's t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, shower curtains. I know. You're welcome. My first guest is a veteran of many, many Broadway shows, including American Idiot, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, On a Clear Day, Bring It On, and most famously, She sang I Can Cook Too as Hildy in On the Town. I love this human being. Here she is, Alysha. I love her so much. I need to have my dentures fixed. Please welcome Alysha Umphress. Yay! Hi, my friend.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so much better now. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. A little.
You've been busy.
Yeah, we've been moving. So this is my first live stream in the new apartment. So it's been good. It's been good. All good things.
I'm proud to be helping christen your apartment with the online extravaganzas.
So even though I moved away from you, we're still together.
We are. I know we used to be neighbors, you guys, but now not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But your place looks amazing.
Thank you. It's coming together.
Yeah. Are you loving it?
Yes. We're obsessed with it.
Look at what Gabrielle Stravelli says.
Well, guess what? Gabrielle, your ears must be burning, Gabby, because it's a long story, but I'm so obsessed with her. She is truly one of my top 3 favorite voices on the entire planet. Gabby, I was watching a video of you sing on the street where you live the other day because I sent it. There was a gig that I couldn't do and I sent you as a referral. I was like, if I can't do something, I'm always like, but hire Gabby Stravelli. And I just watched it and I was like, oh my God, your phrasing, you are just on another level. I can't handle it.
I know. She's really brilliant. I do enjoy her so much. Oh, and Nicholas King, he's good too. All these talented, stupidly talented people watching. Okay, let's talk about you. We first started working together at Birdland I think the first time was when you did a collaboration with Jeff Blumenkrantz, correct?
Yes, he used to do pretty frequent-ish concerts, and I did a couple of his concerts where I was a guest star.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you guys did a beautiful album together too.
I love it. I'm really proud of it. I mean, I say I'm proud of it. I didn't really do anything but sing the songs. He did everything.
Well, he wrote it, but you sure sang the hell out of it, and it's a great album and the cutest album cover in the world.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, it's really good. His material is gorgeous. Now, here's the thing. There's so many things about you. We could do a whole hour, but one of the things I love about you is your love story with Cody Williams, your now husband. Look at you guys. Come on.
He's a cutie. He's right here.
Oh, he's there like a real person. Yeah. Tell me how you guys met. How did that all happen? That relationship?
Well, we met doing the pre-Broadway reading workshop of On the Town. Cody was not in it when we did it at Barrington. And the story famously goes that he's a few years younger than me. And when he was at CCM in college, he saw a picture of me on I think it was press coverage of American Idiot's opening night. And he was looking at it, a CCMer looking at Playbill pictures, and he turned the computer to his roommate and he was like, dude, when we get to New York, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna make out with that girl. I'm gonna go out with that girl, and pointed to me. And then it just took, I guess, how many years for it to come to fruition. But he married me. How about it?
It's honestly my favorite showbiz love story.
It's crazy.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good. You just performed a very socially distanced concert from a second-story window.
Yes. Oh my God. It was actually such a blast.
That's what I'm hearing. How beautiful they are.
It would be so fun and magical, and it really was so special. And it was my first time performing live in New York City since
all this
February. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
No, January. I don't even, maybe even all of 2020. Yeah. It's crazy.
What's the name of the venue so we can tell the people?
Breslin. It's at the Ace Hotel. It's the Breslin restaurant at the Ace Hotel. But Jimmy Brigman has thought this whole thing up and executed it, and it's really beautiful. I was actually there last night, but I had to leave before Matt Doyle. I was waiting to pick Cody up for a work thing, and I was killing time, and Frank was like, oh, come to the Breslin. So I had some cider, and I was hoping that I would be able to make it and see some of his songs, but alas. Although he did open with Come to My Window, which I thought was genius.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. Well, I want you to sing for us.
Okay.
Will you?
I'd love to.
Okay.
So yeah, so I thought that this song would be so appropriate, and it's funny that you showed the graphic of Jeff and I's album, but this is one of the songs from the album that Jeff Blumenkrantz is. If you don't know who Jeff Blumenkrantz is, please look him up. He's a jack of all trades. He's truly like a masterful composer, lyricist, arranger, musical director, and then also actor in his own right. He's been in 6 Broadway shows, and most recently Bright Star. He was amazing in that, and he's on TV all the time, and he is a fabulous cook, and there's nothing he can't do. But and he's one of my very best friends. But he wrote this beautiful song. His father has one of those birthdays that falls on Thanksgiving, every 7 years or whatever it is. And he wrote this song for his father on a year that his birthday had fallen on Thanksgiving. And it's just one of the most beautiful songs. And I think it's very self-explanatory. So enjoy it. It's called Giving Thanks.
Thank you, Alysha.
Oh. The anticipation. Okay. Giving thanks. That's a grace that doesn't happen much on Thanksgiving Day. What with all that family and all that food, who has any room for gratitude? It's a yearly obligation with no appreciation. Being born, that's a thought that doesn't pop up much on birthdays. You get a corny card or a sing-song call, and a cake with candles wall to wall to mark another year upon the earth. While we disregard the miracle of birth. Every year we go through the motions, eat the turkey, watch TV. Every year we sing the birthday song. And life goes on. Well, not this year. Not this year. There's something I cannot forget to do. Thank God for turkey. Thank God for birthdays, and most of all, thank God for you. Thank God for fathers who love their children, and most of all, thank God for you.
I mean,
And the siren right on cue.
that is so ravishing. That's a beautiful, gorgeous song.
Thank you.
And
I can take no credit, but I agree.
No, your voice is just ravishing. Thank you, my friend, for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, you're always invited, and here and at Birdland, the second we start up again, let's do something.
Well, I've actually been at Birdland like the last 2 weeks, crazily, shooting private gala stuff, distance.
Who knew?
I know. You didn't even know. Yeah. So it's been very. So it's like I'm there, but everybody's in masks. We're all by ourselves, and they shoot it on. But I have been oddly. I've been at Birdland twice in the last month, which is crazy.
Well, hopefully we'll be reopening soon. There's a rumor we might be opening in December. So hopefully, if everything's everything's going in our favor, we'll see you there very soon. I hope.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure.
That's Alysha Umphress.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you, and thank you, Jeff.
It's your birthday.
Jeff Blumenkrantz.
And yes, happy Jeff Blumenkrantz Day every day, all day.
That's right. Thanks. Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. Oh Lord, what a nice way to start the show. Okay, you ready for more? By the way, don't forget Venmo and PayPal. They're the addresses right there. You can show your appreciation, your love for what we're doing right here, right now. Okay, I first heard Canadian artist Mateo Mancuso on Instagram. I immediately loved his effortless and very cool pop groovy vibe. I think you're going to love him. Here he is, Mateo Mancuso.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
It's going great. It's going great. I'm good. I'm just here in Toronto. I've been like playing piano all day because I have nothing to do. So yeah.
Well, it's so nice to meet you. This is our first time meeting. I somehow found you through our friend on Instagram and was like, who's that guy? What is that crazy, beautiful voice? And those great songs. How long have you been writing?
I've been writing for since probably about grade 9, grade 10, but I didn't start actually taking it seriously until I turned about 18. And then I was like, okay, this is a thing that I can do, because I started off as like a jazz musician. So I played drums and piano, and I was never really at the front of the stage. I was never the front man. But I started writing, and then I started singing and started taking it seriously. So,
I mean, your voice is just fantastic. Do you know a singer named Stephen Bishop?
No, I don't.
Because you're 12 and I'm 100. He was a great writer and a really great singer. But there's something about the two of you. I think you would totally dig him. I don't know who I am all of a sudden, but I think you'd dig the cat. You have a new single called New Feeling.
I do, yeah.
That I love. It's a great melding of like jazz and soul, which makes me wonder, who do you listen to?
I listen to a big variety of artists. I'm always changing up like my listening environment because I like to, have a unique sound. But I mean, I listen to jazz a lot. Train, Miles, like Bird and stuff. But I really like John Mayer, Michael Jackson, Frank Ocean. Super into like a lot of the contemporary guys too. So I think like jazz and my love of jazz and my love of like trendy music kind of like comes together. It's a weird mix, but I think it works.
Oh, I absolutely think you've found a really cool sound. What are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do an unreleased song, actually. It works better with the solo piano vibe. It's called No One Likes to Say Goodbye.
Do it.
Okay. can't fight the feeling. Your kiss makes me levitate through the ceiling. Whoa, I can't stop the grieving. 'Cause you're gone now, I'm up all night daydreaming. Whoa, I swear last time you left, I never went back. I almost gave my mama a heart attack. I just wanna tell you that I have your back if you have mine all the time. Because no one likes to say goodbye. And I felt it when you left my life. And I promise I won't let you go next time. Because no one likes to say goodbye. I can't find the meaning. But I feel like this every new season. Whoa, the gift keeps on giving. 'Cause now I'm stuck at home writing these lyrics. Whoa, I swear last time you left, I never went back. I almost gave my mama a heart attack. I just wanna tell you that I have your back if you have mine all the time. Because no one likes to say goodbye. And I felt it when you left my life. And I promise I won't let you go next time. Because no one likes to say goodbye. And if you take the long way home, promise you'll be safe. Promise you'll be safe. And if hope he treats you right, when he takes my place, when he takes my place. And if you take the long way home, promise you'll be strong. Promise you'll be strong. And if growing up is right, why does it feel wrong? Why does it feel wrong? Because no one likes to say goodbye. And I felt it when you left my life. And I promise I won't let you go next time. Because no one likes to say, no one ever likes to say. Because no one likes to say goodbye. Thank you.
Mateo, so good. That is so catchy, so poppy, so pleasant. I hear it as a summer radio hit.
Oh, wow, that's great. Thank you so much.
Can we make that happen?
Sure.
Yeah, please work on that. Where do you do your recording when you're home, like during this crazy time?
I just do it right here, like in my bedroom. I mean, I have
Oh wow,
everything I need here. So
I love it. I love it. Have you worked in New York?
I've never worked in New York. I've been there once, but I'm still in Toronto.
Oh, our friend Lisa Lambert asked. She's a very fancy writer in Toronto. She asked where you were. I don't know if she's planning on coming over or.
Yeah.
But what part of town are you in?
I'm in Etobicoke. I'm in Lakeshore. I live 5 minutes away from Humber College, where I'm a student.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's a knocking at your door and it's a blonde lady in a cast party T-shirt, it's Lisa Lambert. Don't be afraid.
Okay, I won't.
She's great. Mateo, thank you so much for taking a chance on us. I know you don't know us, and we're delighted to meet you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Shout out to Avery Raquel for connecting us, because this has been great. I really appreciate this.
She is so talented.
She
So
is.
talented. Well, come on to New York. We hope to see you soon.
Hopefully one day I'll hit you up. Take care.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mateo.
Thank you.
That's great. That's great. Are you enjoying this? I'm liking this. Are we getting comments here I should look at, Ruby? Or people saying anything entertaining? Oh, Billy did bring something up. I kind of intimated that there was a rumor that Birdland is reopening. I don't know why I put it quite like that, because Birdland is reopening. We are. We are. That was like me dancing to silence. Things come out and they don't come out like I mean them to. It looks like Birdland is reopening on December 2nd for a very modest audience. There will be 25 or 30 people in the audience of the Birdland Theater starting December 2nd. Billy is actually doing every Tuesday an event called Supper Club. We're not all the way sure of how it's going to work, other than it's going to be so safe, so socially distanced. We, of course, there are all kinds of rules here in the city that we have to make sure we are doing correctly to make sure everybody's safe. But that's the news, and we'll be talking more about that over the next few weeks. But you can make a reservation at Birdland right now for Billy Stritch. Tuesdays in, Nicholas King just made his reservation. Tuesdays in December. So we might just have a nice holiday. How about that? Huh? There you go. I don't know why I'm doing that. Talking like that. Why, Billy? Hello. Okay. Todd Buonopane is an actor, a singer, a storyteller, a cabaret artist, a host, and a self-described musical theater nerd. He's done 4 big splashy Broadway shows: Spelling Bee, Grease, Chicago, Cinderella, and he was also one of the more memorable characters on a TV show I like to call 30 Rock. He played Jeffrey Wienerslave. Can't wait to talk to him about that. Please welcome to the screen, Todd Buonopane.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Hi,
wow.
Jim.
See, now that's how you make an entrance on an online variety show. You just happen to have a drape to swirl across?
I'm in my bathtub, where I have been since the pandemic began. I have my own little series that I have done called Bathtub Theater, in which I have done 98 performances from my bathtub during the pandemic so far. I'm going to take a break after 100. But
is that like 3 a week? What does that mean? It's like 3 a week.
Well, when the pandemic began, I was doing them every night. And I basically started doing it so I wouldn't go crazy.
Yeah.
I was on tour with The Play That Goes Wrong, and we shut down in Wilmington, Delaware. I rented a car, drove back to Washington Heights where I live, and was home on Saturday and was like, I'm going to get real depressed if I don't do anything. So I just texted a few friends and I said, if I do Mercedes Rule's big monologue from the end of Lost in Yonkers and put it online, will you watch it? And I couldn't find a quiet place in my apartment to do it. Any actors that are watching that know they're trying to do self-tapes, or, brilliant Alysha with the sirens going on in the background. It's hard to find a quiet place in your apartment. And then I saw the tub and I saw it came with a curtain. And so Bathtub Theater was born. And then they got more musical, and I got crafty, and some I did, when I did Rose's Turn, I actually somehow constructed Rose falling down behind me in the middle of the song. It's all construction paper.
What is
markers
behind you right now? What's that yellow thing?
Oh, it's my water bottle. How tacky to have that in the shop.
Oh no, I thought it was part of the set somehow. It's okay.
No, you will get props. Julie Halston. I got my equity card working with Julie Halston.
Of course you did.
And one night we had a terrible, and I was only in act 2 of a 3-act play. I had 13 lines. I counted to make sure I had more than 10. But she came off after Act 1, hated the audience so much that she started putting me in her costume, saying she wouldn't go back out there.
What show was this?
It was called The Butter and Egg Man.
Oh, of course.
It's a George Kaufman play that he wrote all by himself. We did it at the Atlantic Theater Company, and it was wonderful, and we were going to move somewhere. And the Times Review came out the same day that the original LA Miz announced they were closing. So that took over the front page of the art section, and we got bumped to page 17. And this was, 2002, something like that. So no one was reading it on the internet. And because nobody read it, we didn't move.
Oh, there's still time.
There's
any minute now that call's going to come through. Okay.
Yeah. And now I just want the smallest part in the show so I can sit backstage and relax. That's all.
Yeah. And wear Julie's hat. How did I not know you were from Boston all this time that I've known you? You have no Boston accent. You don't sound like that.
Oh, I fought really hard not to have a Boston accent. I had a pretty bad speech impediment as a kid. I couldn't say the letter R at all. I always wanted, my mom was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching the Smurfs." And I was made fun of it incessantly. So I would sit in front of the TV and try to talk like John Ritter in Three's Company. And I would literally sit there and go, and try to sound like John Ritter. And I don't sound like John Ritter, but I know how to say R's now.
Okay, that is the sweetest story. Now, was that about, Ruby, was that about this time? Yep.
When I was tap dancing and wearing rouge, and obviously didn't know how to wear a tank top for my tan.
That's a Tuesday for me. That's a Tuesday for me. You are so adorable. That was a tap recital?
Yeah. When you are the 6-year-old only boy in the class, in your 6-year-old tap recital, without a doubt, there's just a point where you stand still and the girls crawl through your legs or something. But I was always front and center because I was always the only little boy.
If I had a nickel. Okay, so after seeing that photo, it makes sense now that I know you went to Stage Door Manor.
7 years, baby.
Now, tell the people what Stage Door Manor is.
Well, Stage Door, some people might call it a theater camp, but as Eric Bergen will also tell you, it is a theater arts training center, and we're not supposed to call it a camp. I went there from 11 to 17, and every 3 weeks, 11 shows get put on. I actually think it's more now. But, just 14-year-old kids doing applause and a little night music, ridiculous things. And it was formative for me.
Yeah,
it changed my life.
It changed the trajectory of so many people's lives. I make fun of it all the time to Eric because I make fun of, look, Julie's like, "Oh no, please don't start." Because if you say Stage Door Manor to any of you people who have done it, hours go by and you have to hear about how they played Medea at age 4. It's hilarious.
I was not Medea, but I played Pseudolus there, and I was the first time I played
great role for you.
Thanks, and nicely of the 10 times I've played nicely in my career, and and I had positive gay role models because these people that were Broadway people would take a break from the summer and come direct some kids, and it was in 1993, and I had positive gay role models. So
isn't that incredible?
It was a really formative time for me. Yeah.
Well, now, as a Broadway freak, is there something in your mind? Do you think if I had only been around for fill in blank, what's the one show you would kill to go back in time and see?
Well, I always say if I had a time machine and could go to an opening night, I think it would have to be opening night of the original company, just because it felt so different. It must have felt almost scary in the audience because you're like, what is happening? We hadn't done things like that. I would always either that, a West Side Story or an Oklahoma, something that in that moment you knew you were witnessing history and the form was being reinvented.
In the presence of greatness too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you got to play Jeffrey Wienerslave on 30 Rock. Look, there you are. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great shot to have in your modeling portfolio. I mean,
I was so
iconic.
lucky.
Iconic.
Yeah. I mean, I my first episode was just Jeffrey. I had 5 lines. And from what I understand, I did a good job. I know I did a good job. And they liked editing me. They said I heard it was really fun to edit me. And so then I was brought back and I had another one scene role where I'm just talking to Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin. Nothing scarier. Because when you're the human resources person, you do all the talking, but nothing scarier. They were lovely. And then like they coming and they're like, come to the read through for the next episode. I'm like, oh, great. I'd love to hear what it is. They're like, no, you're only in this episode because you do a lot in the next episode. It's like leading up to you. And I was like, oh.
You had no idea?
No, that's how I found out that day when they were like, just come to the read through. And I ended up being in 5. I was going to be in 6, but Hurricane Sandy, I was in LA and they couldn't get me in. But it's okay.
Oh,
people lost their homes. Hurricane. I lost an episode of television. Right. We can deal with it.
Everything happens to you.
But it's a show I was already a giant fan of.
Yeah.
And to just, every time I was on, I was in a different set. You know, I'm like, I'm in Jack's office. I'm in the writer's room. And then I had my own set that was my office. And, you know, that the prop guy made sure I had one of my like NBC tags that said Jeffrey Wienerslave on it that I got to walk away with. And then I got to be, I was in 4 episodes of Kimmy Schmidt and it was the same people. And like, you have so many show people in the audience right now. When you do a guest star on television, it's terrifying. You don't even know where the toilet is when you get there. And you're just supposed to be the best. And they're going to probably shoot your side first because you're the least famous person there. But I got to Kimmy Schmidt and it was all the same people. And people were just wrapping their arms around me because, you know, it was like safe to be close and breathe on people at that time.
Yes. Remember that? Yeah. Remember breathing?
Jim, can I say, I've been watching you over this time. You have so beautifully transitioned from, like when you see Jim in person, no one has more energy than Jim Caruso, but you have brilliantly transitioned to your to your NPR voice, you know, to like energy that fits in the computer screen. I don't know how to do that at all.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You're Jeffrey Wienerslave. Where did that name come from, by the way? And thank you, by the way. Where did that name come from?
I don't know. I mean, I'm teaching a sexual harassment seminar, and Tina says, "Mr. Wienerslav," and I say it's pronounced Wienerslave. So it's for a joke, you know.
Do you think? I wish I could have been in the room. Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the room when somebody was thinking, what should his name be? It should be something creepy. It should be something mildly sexual. Wienerslave.
While I was on tour this year, some guy was hitting on me in a bar, and he, you know, just came up to me to talk to me, and I didn't know. And then after like a 20-minute lovely conversation, he just leans in and he goes, "Do you want me to be your Wienerslave?" And I was like, "Oh God, no!"
Wow. Wow.
Like, is that how you tell me that you're like? Just come up and say, "Hey, I recognize you from TV. Can we talk?" or something. But I was like, "Oh no, I'm so creeped out."
Ew, totally creepy. On that note, I want you to sing for us.
Okay, wonderful.
I can't wait. Okay. I can't wait.
All I want to do is make Julie Halston happy. It's all I've ever wanted to do in life.
I understand that.
Right? Okay, here we go.
Is there anything we need to know?
It's a song you'll know, and there's a big gay reveal at some point, so wait for it.
I'm excited.
You love a big gay reveal. Okay. Julie, don't distract from my song, Julie. All right, here we go. Come on. Gather around, I got a story to tell about a Manhattan lady that I know very well. She lives at 5 Riverside, her name is Shirley DeVore, and she traveled around the world to meet the guy next door. Well, there was trouble inside apartment 29E, for Shirley's mother and dad were as upset as can be. They said, "We hate to complain, dear, and we don't like to grouse, but you're nearly 32, you should get out of the house. You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling, you gotta ring them bells." Well, Shirley was 31, which she was loath to admit, and she had never been loved, which didn't please her a bit. And so she sat and she thought for hours on end, and said, "I'll go to Chase Manhattan, where I got me a friend." And so she borrowed a thou and called TWA, and told her mother and dad that she was up and away. "I'm gonna travel the continent, a month, maybe 2, and haul me no mahas if it's the last thing I do." You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling, you gotta ring them bells. She met a Londoner first, but they did not hit it off, because every time she approached, he got a bronchial cough. And so she went to Madrid and met a handsome senor, but he liked to throw the bull and he was no matador. She also struck out in Brussels, in Mallorca, in Rome. So someone said, "Try Dubrovnik, dear, before you go home, because it's the kind of a town where you'd be likely to fall, and all the Tony Cognoscenti find the Balkans a ball." You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling, you gotta ring them bells. And so she went to Dubrovnik on the very next day and found a guy on the beach who took her reason away. Yes, it was love at first sight and quite a beautiful scene. She said, "My name's Shirley DeVore." He said, "I'm Norm Saperstein." She said, "Are you from New York?" He said, "That can't be denied. I got a swell junior 3 at number 5 Riverside." 5? 5 Riverside Drive? 5 Riverside Drive in New York? 5? That's where I live! As if it wasn't enough, poor Shirley thought she'd gone deaf when he told her his apartment there was 29F. Yes, she was E, he was F, and they had not even met until she traveled the world to Yugoslavia yet. He'd always been right next door, and she'd never have known if she hadn't tried Dubrovnik, she might still be alone. Well, there's a moral to learn from little Shirley DeVore, who had to borrow a thou to find the fella next door. You girls who live in apartments, don't just stare at the walls. Open up the doors and hurry out in the halls. And ring them bells. Come on, ring them bells. Make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling. You gotta swing them, ring them, swing them, ring them bells. My ear went flying in the middle of it.
Oh no! Oh God! Those things are torture, as we learned last week. Todd, you sound great. But wait, I have a. Oh, Billy said it was genius. Here's a story.
Thanks, Billy.
Here's a story about that song. So, as you know, Liza Minnelli did that. It was written for Liza.
For Liza with a Z.
Liza with a Z, and she sang it for years. And at some point, she and Fred Ebb were together. Fred Ebb wrote the lyrics with John Kander writing the song. You know what I'm saying? And she said, Freddie, I have a question. I'm kind of embarrassed to ask it because I've been singing this song for so long. And he said, what? And she said, well, I have a question about a lyric. And I should have asked you years ago, but I never had the nerve to ask you because I feel like I should know. And he said, well, what is it? And she said, can you tell me who Tony Cognoscenti is? The end.
Well, what I will say is I teach a lot, and I'm always like, don't sing a lyric you don't know what it means. If you don't know what it means, it's like when we do scenes from Baby in my classes, I've literally had to draw the female reproductive system on the wall so I can show them what a diaphragm is because they have to sing about it. But I'm also like, I looked up that word hardcore and how to pronounce it, and every single person that said it to me has said it completely different. So I just guessed, and I mean, because I called Julia Murney because she sings it. She says it different than you say it. Liza's, it's kind of undistinguishable how she says it on the album.
Well, I'll tell you, it's Cognoscenti. That's the way you say it, people.
I said cognoscenti.
Oh, well, I didn't even notice that. But a Tony, the Cognoscenti are like the famous people, but a Tony Cognoscenti, God, is like a very fancy version of a. It's such a great lyric. Fred Ebb was a genius, as evidenced by that entire piece of special material.
My boyfriend and I went on a walk, and we saw his grave the other day in Greenwood Cemetery, which is so beautiful.
Oh,
but I was really sad that there was no like all that jazz quote or something, or life is what you do while you're waiting to die or something.
Wouldn't that have been good? You sound so good on that. I appreciate the bells. I appreciate the shirt. And God knows I appreciate the bathtub.
Thank you. I love you, Jim.
I love you too.
I can't. Let's be on a stage again real soon when we can.
Let's do.
Please.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Any old time. Thank you. That was fun. I mean, isn't it great that you get to meet all these people? Some you'll know, some you won't know. That's always been just my absolute joy, is bringing people who knew it would be on, a situation like this. But with Cast Party, just such a cool bunch of people from different walks of life, different walks of music. Anyway, it's my joy. And if you're enjoying this, Venmo, PayPal, to help pay for the platform, to make it so that we can send a nice contribution to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I first met Libby Whittemore when I was booked to play her gorgeous nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia, called, shockingly, Libby's. We became fast friends thanks to her great sense of humor, her love of showbiz, and her very kind heart. Please welcome, all the way from Atlanta, with her musical director, Robert Strickland, Libby Whittemore.
I got a fanfare.
I like a fanfare. Everybody should have a fanfare.
You know, I'm wearing.
Oh, God. It's so good looking.
And let me also tell you that I'm doing a slight homage to Julie Halston because I'm wearing my Ardell Wispies.
She's laughing right now, and I'm sure she'll be texting if she's still on. That is hilarious.
Well, I had to.
You look, there she is.
There you go. Yeah.
Julie Halston is a big fan of the Ardell Wispies. Look, Michael West.
Michael! I voted for you, Ken Boysinger. I voted for Jim. I voted for Billy. I voted for Julie. I voted for Ruby as many times as I could.
Your work is done. Your work is done.
No, I think I can just leave now.
No, don't leave.
Oh.
Okay, can we go back to those great nights at Libby's, your gorgeous nightclub? Look how beautiful
Look
it
at
is.
that.
Wait, look.
It was very pretty.
It was
pretty.
so pretty. It was so pretty. And what was even prettier were the peach martinis.
Well, yeah,
Holy
we became great
Toledo.
friends with the peach martinis. You got very tight. And
I
I mean that
did.
in every sense of the word.
I mean, I never really drank a lot, and now I don't drink at all. But when I was in Atlanta, they were like dessert.
They were.
I didn't care about the vodka. Could
Right.
not have cared less about
Right.
that. Give me a glass of peach stuff.
Vodka with some peach syrup in it. And then don't forget the wedge of peach as a garnish.
Fresh,
Yeah,
people.
because we go all out.
No,
Well, we went all out.
You had a great room. Did you enjoy that experience?
Jim, it was a dream and a chilling nightmare all at the same time.
Exactly. I totally understand.
I love the shows that we did. I love the people that we were able to bring in from out of town, and also the local performers that I was able to give a stage to, because in the 2000s there wasn't any place. And so I loved that part of it, but the owning part, not so much.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I always say to me when people say, wouldn't you like your own room someday? I like the concept of it. Like, let's go to Jim's place.
Yeah.
But the fact that if the toilet backs up,
Right.
you're in there
Yeah.
with a plunger.
Yeah.
If somebody throws up, you are over there dealing with, it's like, no.
And you're the only one who doesn't take home a paycheck.
Right. Right. Who
Just
came up
saying.
with that idea?
Just saying.
It's a terrible idea.
But it was a great, and we had wonderful, loyal patrons who came to every single show we did, and so in that sense, it was really great. And we lasted. We opened June 2000, and our last show was New Year's Eve 2006. So 6.5 years. That's pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
No,
But that, don't you think when you hear like Birdland's been open 30 some years in the space where it is now, it's like, how?
Yeah.
What kind of?
I don't know, because you've got the overhead. We did anyway. You had the overhead of a theater, you had the overhead of a bar, and the overhead of a restaurant.
Right.
And
right.
all the permits that you have to have, and all the inspections that you. It's a chilling nightmare. I believe I've said that before.
That should be the name of your biography. Okay. I just want to talk about your alter ego, your country singing alter ego.
Oh yeah.
And she has a concert coming up, correct?
She does. Her
Tell
name
me.
Her name is Connie Sude. She is the 30. Oh, there she is. Thank you for that, Ruby. I love you, Ruby. Thank you. She is the 31st lady of country music. And thank God she's not higher up on that scale, or no telling how large that tiara would be. But a friend of mine, Tom Edwards, who's a wonderful writer, back in 1978, wrote a musical called Della's Diner.
Yeah.
And it was country music, soap opera. And it was basically, he wrote it so we could all have employment over Christmas. And it just sort of became this sort of phenomenon in Atlanta. I mean, short of wearing costumes, it was like Rocky Horror. People were coming and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is only the 8th time I've seen it." and they're like quoting the lines, and so subsequently there were 6 more. There's 5 more. There were 6 Della's Diners altogether. And the first time I was going to do a Christmas show back in the 80s, I decided to bring Connie Sue out at the end to just do a couple of songs. And so I did. And so that sort of morphed into, when I had the club, I did the Christmas show, and I come out in the first act as myself and do Christmas. And then the second act is a Connie Sue Day Christmas. And that's what we're doing virtually. That's why I'm going to miss your Birdland Christmas, because we're doing first act on the 17th.
Yeah.
And Connie Sue Day Christmas is on the 18th, which is when you guys are doing your fabulous.
On the 18th, but we'll run 30 days after that.
Right.
So I highly advise you people to watch Libby. And you're also doing weekly online concerts, which have been very successful.
I'm doing Living Room Cabaret along with my fabulous musical director, Robert Strickland.
Yeah, Robert!
And we're every Thursday at 7:30 on my Facebook page. And it started off as a one-time thing. We were supposed to open a show here in Atlanta at Actors Express April 16th. And of course, everything locked down. So I said, hey, Robert, why don't we just go on and do like some of the songs, like do a half an hour and some of the songs that we were going to be doing in our show. And so I thought that was going to be it. And then people were like, oh, you have to come, you have to keep doing it. Oh, it's, no pressure, but this is the only thing getting me through the pandemic, as Julie also would say, the global pandemic. You're the only thing that's getting me through it. So there's no pressure at all, but we keep doing it. And we just did our 30th this past Thursday.
I mean, congratulations. I know you have a huge fan base down there, certainly, of people that know and love you and that tune into every show.
You're old enough, you just, if you hang around long enough, you just, you're a dinosaur.
No, but you're like, I feel like you and Billy and me and so many of us that have been doing this since the 80s.
70s.
Yeah, the 70s. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You just do it because it's what you love, and why would you not do it?
It's the only thing I know how to do. I really wouldn't have been good at anything else. So
yeah,
it sort of worked out for me because it's really my only talent. So
well, speaking of that, would you show us a little bit?
I would. Yes. We're going to do a song called Gypsy in My Soul.
I love this song.
Here we go. If I am fancy free and love to wander, it's just the gypsy in my soul. There's something calling me from way out yonder. It's just the gypsy in my soul. I've got to give vent to my emotions. I'm only content having my way. There is no other life of which I'm fonder. It's just the gypsy in my soul. If I am fancy free and love to wander, it's just the gypsy in my soul. There's something calling me from way out yonder. It's just the gypsy in my soul. Go, Robert. There is no other life of which I'm fonder. It's just the gypsy in my soul. No cares, no strings. My heart has wings. So if I am fancy free and love to wander, it's just the gypsy in my soul. It's just that little gypsy in my soul.
Yay! Where are my bells?
Are you ringing your bells for me?
I rang my bells. God, you sound great.
Oh, thank you.
And you also have a lot of fans that are typing over here. The people
Really?
love you, Libby.
Stop it.
I know. Look, there's our friend Rick Hinkson.
Michael
Libby,
West.
Michael West.
Legend.
God,
Thank
love
you.
him. Hey, he has a Radio
know.
Free Birdland concert that's really, really, really good.
I saw it on the night it first aired. Just saying. Just saying.
He's a genius, and he does a character named Ken Boysinger that is
So
just
hilarious.
a horror and so funny. He is so damn funny. He makes me laugh. Wait, stand up. I just want to see the beauty of the sweatshirt. Ruby,
Oh, yeah.
can we do it? Yeah, we need to see this. Oh God, it's so good.
You too could own one of these if you go to pajamacastparty.com.
I just wanted that moment of that because we'll do a still store of that, as we say in television. Yeah. Yeah. As we said in television in 1947. Libby, Robert, I can't thank you enough.
Jim, thank you so much for inviting us. I truly am very honored to be included in this, and I can't thank you enough for inviting us to be a part of your cast party. It was lovely. Thank you so much.
Thrilled that you were here and that you were able to do it. And we're going to be watching you every Thursday on your show. Okay, darling, she's divine.
Really?
Love you both. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mwah. So fun. I love this job. I'm not even kidding. To be able to bring you people from all over the place, just the best. And we have some Christmas stuff coming up. I'll tell you this right now. Patrick Cassidy, who is wonderful Broadway actor, has done tons of Broadway, tons of TV, a lot of theater, he's also one of the Cassidy brothers, as in David and Sean and Shirley Jones' son, Jack Cassidy's son. So talented. He's recently moved to Nashville and is running a theater there called Studio 10. And we got it in our heads that we would do a joint Christmas special on December 21st. So we're not even all the way sure what it means yet, but we're really excited about it. And so be watching for information on that. We'll be coming together, getting the guests all together this next week. It's going to be so cool. And then we're going to have a family cast party Christmas, some of our regulars, and then other things. And then other things. And so that. If you're enjoying this, and why the hell wouldn't you be? Poor Ruby has to just sit there with her hand on buttons to make sure. Venmo, PayPal your way into a frenzy, my friends. I would be thrilled. Okay. I first met Chaz Langley when he stormed the cast party stage at Birdland. He's been headlining, he's been doing background vocals and jingles and voiceovers and performing all over the world. And he has a new single. Ruby, show us that single, a little bit of that.
What a wonderful day, yeah. What a wonderful day. Oh yeah, yeah, wonderful day, yeah.
Coming soon, December 1st. But we get him right now. Chaz Langley, where are you?
I am right here, Jim. How are you?
Isn't this like a real talk show sometimes?
It is. This is so amazing. This is so amazing to be here. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's
It's all about Ruby. It's all about Ruby knowing how to do this.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I was telling my girlfriend because she's of the millennial ilk and she's very astute to the StreamYard. So this is this is an amazing pivot. And you got a good one there. She's really, really great. So
she's
it's great
the best.
to be here. Yeah.
She's the best. I've known her since she's 6 years old.
Nashville. So shout out to Nashville.
Oh, that's good.
Nashville looks good on you. That's right. This is a friend of mine, Bill Kaywood, who actually has put this together in Nashville and has kind of pretty much painted the town red down there. So I'm a huge supporter and so.
Good for you. Geez, it's good to see you. I love your voice. And you're interesting in that you use your voice and your musical talents in so many different ways. You sing, you write songs, but you've done a lot of, this is what I think is interesting. You've done a lot of advertising, recording for commercials.
Yes.
What's that like?
It's really fun. So real quick, I do voiceovers and also do jingles. So I have a management at Van Nation here in New York, and I think there's a couple of vocal agencies in the country, I think, and it's great to be a part of this. Moved from Nashville, and I joined them, and it took quite some time to get on their roster. But when I did, it was so interesting. The first little bit of money I got, I bought a home studio. So that parlayed into, I'll get a call and be like, hey, Chaz, McDonald's called, or Samsung called, or Pepsi called, and they need a quick turnaround. So I'm like, I say yes to everything pretty much because I think my best ability is my availability, and having my own home studio really helps create that, right? So, yeah, that looks like I get a random call, ask if I'm around to do the session, and I say yes, of course, and get the turnaround, and then I execute it, and then I just kind of wait for a check to come into my.
I love it. Well, the cool thing about you is you have so many different sounds. I was listening to some of these great things you've done. You have your own distinct sound, but you can also take on the sounds of so many beloved singers that we love. The John Legend is so good.
Oh man!
Can you give us a little taste of that?
Let's see.
Not to put you on the spot.
No, that's good. Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. Past the infatuation stage.
That makes me very happy. I loved your commercial for the perfect pair for the Sunglass Hut. And I was thinking, that's the jingle we need for Cast Party. We need something like that for Pajama Cast Party. So someday when I have a real budget, I'm going to call you. You're like a one-man ad agency. It's amazing.
I try to be. I really
and you're shooting. You're a wonderful photographer.
Thank you.
And we have this. Oh, Ruby, show this picture. I love this picture of you shooting. I mean,
wow.
Who's more stylish than that?
You guys did your homework. Wow, look at that. We do our homework, but that picture is so awesome. You're so stylish, but I have to say, one of your best models is who's this young man? Oh, y'all about to make me cry. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got that picture. Oh my gosh. That's real quick, a quick story about this picture. That's my son Gio. And that picture is so funny because that was a naughty picture because we went to the obstetrician and we're like, he had to get his pupils dilated. And the first time, he tried to, the lady, the doctor put the drops in his eye and he was like, okay, yeah, I got it. And then she did the other one. She goes, yeah, it went in. I'm like, okay, Gio, did it really go in? Yeah, it did. I did. So we went outside. It was a nice, bright, sunny day. We went outside.
Oh, pull it up again, Ruby.
Oh, my eye. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, because one's totally dilated.
Yes.
And one's not so much.
So, yes. So this was his in trouble photo right here. And I'm like, see, it pays to not lie because the truth is right there in your eyes. So that photo
is unbelievable. Okay. I want you to sing. What are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do a new single that actually I will be releasing the music video to because after writing this song almost 20 years ago, my video content's kind of caught up to where I'm now producing and doing my own music videos. So
of course you are.
Yeah, so I just literally yesterday put the finishing touches on the music video that I'm releasing on my birthday on December 1st. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. But this song is called Wonderful Day. And I figured during the course of, the pandemic and everything, I sought to really learn and absorb, the video space and learn all the tricks and tips to be able to do it myself, being that, there's no collaborations too much, today. So I sought to do my own, and this is my third music video during the course of this whole time. And I just pretty much dug into the archives and actually wrote new material for my music video stuff. So this is the trifecta. This is the third one of the three that I've produced this time. So
great. Sing it for us. We can't wait.
This song is called Wonderful Day. So hope you enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like this that the sound, because I know we had a quick little moment.
Yeah, Ruby, keep me on camera for a second.
You just tell me.
You just start and then I'll go away.
Yeah. Listen. I lost my job today. I'm looking in the mirror and I don't know what to say. I'm bullied by the way the world looks at me. Yeah, it hurt at first, but I know that it only set me free. But now the sun is shining through the trees. I'm easy like the summer breeze. But I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah. The sun is shining down on me. I'm right where I'm supposed. Now I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. And you go, what a wonderful day. Yeah, what a wonderful day. Oh yeah, yeah, wonderful day. Yeah. I had a breakup late last night. I can't remember who was wrong and who was right. All I know is that it didn't hurt that bad. No, cause it wasn't like she was the best I ever had. She said it's not you, it's me. So I just had to let her be. No, I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah. She went ahead and set me free. I guess it wasn't meant to be. No, I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. Yeah, what a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, what a wonderful day. Yeah, what a wonderful day. Oh, yeah. I ain't got no one to kiss when I come home. I'm better off without, so that I can make it on my own. The world just looks at me and tells me what I need, but I ain't ever felt so free. Today stripped it all away from me. So I'm chilling underneath this tree, right where I'm supposed to be. No, I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah. She went ahead and set me free. I guess it wasn't meant to be. No, I can't help but say, what a wonderful day. Come on! Yeah, what a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, what a wonderful day. Oh, yeah, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Wonderful day. I like that. Oh, yeah.
That took me by surprise.
How so?
I love that song. We're getting such great comments. We're getting comments on here, and I'm getting
awesome.
so many texts from people who are now in love with you.
Thank
so
you,
that's awkward.
Lisa, thank you. You guys are awesome. Glad to meet you too, Jackie.
Oh, Jackie. Oh, God. Oh, Julie.
Julie, I've been watching you this whole show. You have been a firecracker. I love it. Thank you so much.
Well, you need to watch her show, Virtual Halston, which is on the Cast Party network that we're on right now, every Friday at 5. Yes.
Absolutely.
And Julie is single. I'm not that you are, but I'm just saying. Julie enjoys you. God, you sound great. I just am such a fan, and I think you're so great. You sing great. You're so stylish. I wore this tie for you.
Yo, I saw that. I was like, yo, Jim with the camo tie. What?
I know you like a camo. So I
really, really do.
Camo is a neutral as far as I'm concerned. It's a neutral.
Earth tones are my living blankets. Like, I love camo and like earth tones. They just set me free. So
I'm with you. This was all for you.
Oh, yes. I love it.
You sound great. Thank you for your time and for your talent. And I look forward to seeing you live and in person soon.
Thank you. I have a couple of commercials that'll be coming out right now. If you
what?
watch TV, which I think a lot of people do nowadays.
What else? We have nothing else.
Yeah. So because during the quarantine and everything, it was I got a lot of love and a lot of calls because advertising agencies still need to sell you stuff through the television. So
right.
I was getting more work than even probably before everything. But anyways, I have a Whirlpool commercial and also a Dollar Shave Club commercial where I'm 3 voices of the 6 characters that are on the commercial. So I'm really excited about that one. I can't wait till that one comes out. So,
and those are voiceovers, not jingles.
These are voiceover / jingles. Yeah. So
they are. Oh, great.
There are actors that are performing these, but I literally sync like on my computer. I have a whole setup here. I've got my whole screen here, and I had to sync my voice to mimic what I thought their voices sounded like.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's going to be fun.
Yeah, see, here's what I've been annoyed lately by the commercials. I watch CNN like almost all the time. And some of those commercials are so badly produced. And now they are hiring people. It's the lowest common denominator. Girls with vocal fry.
Oh,
like
no.
that. I'm like, who chose this person? It drives me crazy.
Oh, man.
Producers, if you're out there, don't hire people with vocal fry. Thank you. That's my
Jim,
my
I
helpful
love you.
hint.
I miss you. I cannot wait to see you in person. I don't know to what point will we be able to like hug again? Like, is that illegal now? Like, I don't know when that will happen, but I would love to air hug you and all the things in person one day. Again.
All the things. We'll do it. We'll do it. Not all the things, but some of the things we'll do very, very soon, I hope.
Absolutely. Well, all the
Thanks.
best. And thank you for having me on. And thank you
Thanks,
for all the
Chaz.
wonderful guests. I watched the whole show. And everyone was so entertaining. I love the guy in the bathtub. I actually really love it on the post. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, I loved everything, and it's great to kind of add a little wrinkle in my week to avoid the monotony. So
I know we're always here for you. Thank you, Chaz.
Thank you.
Good night. So good. Oh, the vocal fry. We're done. That's it. The end. Next week, I feel like Ruby should pull up next week's artwork so I can tell you about, oh my gosh, this show is going to be equally great. Look at this cast. Carol Lindsay, James Snyder, Charles Brown, Christine Petty, and Justin Squiggs Robertson. That's going to be a beautiful show, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, speaking of Justin Squiggs Robertson, I think he might have sent us something. Ruby, how are we doing with that?
Yes, we just got his picture for tonight.
Ooh, let's see it. I love this. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Wow. Look at pulling back the shower curtain.
I love it so much. And I love that we are just like peeking, like
I know. Wow. Look at Mateo. It's great. Squiggs, you are unbelievable. I'll pull up Squiggs' website again just so we can. I mean, to give us Squiggs as a Christmas gift would be just the coolest thing.
Oh, I've said it literally every single episode, but I'll say it again, in the time where the theater is on a brief intermission, but theater lovers are looking for cool, unique gifts to give for the holiday season. I don't think there's anything more special than a Squiggs piece of artwork.
Well, unless it's
right. And of course, unless it's the shower curtain, the apron, the tote bag, the candle. What am I missing? The mask.
I know. It's shocking what we do. But yes, Squiggs is a genius. Thank you, my friend. And he'll be singing next week, which is so exciting. I'm so excited. So happy about that. It's not too late to Venmo and PayPal your appreciation if you enjoyed the show. $5, $5 million. We're open to all of it. Vote. Go to BroadwayWorld.com and vote on the Broadway World Cabaret Awards. And geez, Ruby, I think this one was really fun. Thank you.
Yeah, but I have one more thing.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Tell us.
I'll talk about this more in detail on my social media, and I'm sure we'll mention it again next Monday. But my next installment of my show, The Talkback, we had to go on a brief little hiatus for some other shows that I was producing. But my next episode is going to be right here on the Cast Party Network YouTube channel, Saturday, December 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern. My special guest is the brilliantly talented and so beautiful Annalise Scarpacci, most recently seen in Mrs. Doubtfire, but also Matilda and A Christmas Story. She is just such an incredible human being, an incredible performer. So it's going to be here on the Cast Party YouTube channel. We are actually going to be broadcasting it live for free with tips obviously accepted, but just come here. No need to email the address like last time. We're just going to be broadcasting it for free with tips and donations going towards Broadway Bridges, which is an organization that is very near and dear to my heart. So come one, come all. I truly can't wait.
This will be fun. Ooh, new picture of you, too.
Yes, new picture. I figure we switched it up every time. I don't know.
Totally. Yeah, Annalise is really talented, and she's one of those new up-and-coming is that Gen X? I don't know.
She's my generation. So we were literally the exact same age. We're both 21.
So what generation is that?
Moms, do you know my generation?
Is it Gen X?
No, it's
Gen M? Gen K? Young.
It's Jen and Tonic is what my mom said.
Oh, Vic, that's funny. Yeah, but she's been wildly successful. She has a great following. I know you're going to get a great audience,
and actually,
you're going to have so much fun.
I already interviewed her for another project last month, and when I tell you she is the easiest person to have a conversation with, and her story is so inspiring, and talk about somebody who is willing to pound down the doors to get to where she wants to be. So
good for her. I like it. So that'll be a great conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. People, thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for to all the great guests for their talent and their time. Man, it just means the world to me and to Ruby and to I mean, all of us. What else would we be doing? God, I can't watch CNN 24 hours a day. I just can't. Although I kind of think about it the whole time I'm doing anything else. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Good night. Thanks for watching Pajama Cast Party. To follow us on YouTube, just hit subscribe. Click on that little bell and we'll keep you updated on future shows. You can also follow us on Instagram at Jim Caruso's Cast Party. The end.